Interview with community activist Will Calloway. Yo, welcome to the Chidependent Party. This is an affiliate of the Free Thought Media Group, and I am your host, Karan Free. All right, yo, Chicago, and everywhere else. But today, the show's gonna be a little bit different. I actually got a chance to catch up with one of the people that I covered in one of my stories about the rally that to combat the violence in Chicago, of course, and the peace rally, also the truce. Now Will is a community activist in Chicago. But enough of me talking, man. I'll let you guys check it out. So go ahead and check out this interview, and I'll be back shortly. All right, so man, I'm here with Will Calloway. What's going on, Will?
What's going on, brother?
All right, man. And I actually, this was the brother who I did the video on yesterday. Y'all see that in a little while if y'all hadn't seen it already. But basically, he put on a rally to combat the violence. There's actually a peace treaty going on also in the South Shore area. But I'll go ahead and let y'all know about that. Hey, Will, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's going on? What's going on?
Nothing much, man. So let the people know, man. Who are you and what do you do, man?
Oh, man, my name is William Calloway, resident of the South Shore neighborhood on the east side of Chicago. Currently a community activist, community organizer. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to bring the community members together yesterday as we, wanted to acknowledge the efforts of some of the gang members on 71st Street in South Shore as they call for a mutual truce and to put the guns down and let's establish a peace treaty and, focus on building our community up. And I just wanted to make sure that, people knew what was going on in South Shore and what these black men, these brothers came together and made a conscious decision to do. And I definitely applaud their efforts.
All right, now, that event was Thursday, correct? Thursday the 1st?
Yes, that was October 1st, yesterday, Thursday evening at 6 o'clock.
All right, now, how, in your opinion, how did the event turn out? How did everything go?
I think the event, like any event, when you're doing community organizing, you never truly know how it's going to turn out until it turns out. But for the most part, I think it was great. We had a strong media presence. A lot of community leaders came. A few community leaders came. And it was a very peculiar situation because we never seen that much but Chicago police presence on 71st Street. It was a very, very high volume of police officers on 71st Street. Unfortunately, some of the gang members shied away from the march because, some of them are documented gang members. And some of them are not able to be around any other gang members. And I didn't want law enforcement to capitalize off something good like this and turn it sour for some of those brothers. So they definitely was, some of them wanted to be there physically, but they supported it and know what it was, in spirit they was with us in solidarity. So overall, man, they explained it to me, and I'm from the streets and I know how it could be, and definitely being on camera and being in an awkward position. And I didn't want to put anybody in a compromising situation like that, but I think it was a great event, man. The media showed us a lot of love. It was just awesome. It was awesome, man. Awesome. It was real awesome.
Now, that's the RICO laws, correct? The RICO laws that make you not able to basically what? How's that happen? How's that go?
Yeah, so I believe and I want to say in the 70s and I believe so in the 70s, the federal government enacted a law on the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organization Act. And that was basically for organized crime. It was really geared towards the mob, but organized crime, period. And basically, that statute would, it basically, it allowed the federal government or even local law enforcement to round up people that was gang affiliated. Even if they didn't do a crime, they could be if they was connected to that gang, they could be charged also with conspiracy and things like that off of the RICO law. So, and then, with other federal and state statutes, some people that's on parole and some people that's on probation, it's illegal for them. Well, it'll violate their parole and probation if they would have a cult or associating with documented gang members. So again, like I always say, it's always something in the system to keep us oppressed. You know what I mean? Because unless those brothers take the steps, once they pay debt to society or once they do their stint in jail or on probation or parole, unless once they do that, and then unless they get that documented gang member what's the word that I'm looking for? Once they
the
get
label,
off the record,
the label,
the label, and now he's on already. When people go get their record cleared, what's that called?
Expungement.
Expunge, exactly. If you get that expunged, I'm not even sure if you could get documented gang member expunged off your record. But unless they get something like that expunged off their record, they still be sort of boxed in, because who's to say that it's clear we live in I've seen it time and time and again where a lot of gang members get rehabilitated or find God or find Allah or whatever, and they change their life and want to come back and give back to the community and help some of the brothers that they grew up with that's also in gangs. So who's to say that brother won't come back to the streets and do right? You know what I mean? But unfortunately, with these laws and fair order and enacted, it'll prohibit, some brothers from actually doing that, man. And I think that's really messed up. But again, that's something that we have to look more into as a people, and get these laws turned around and help our people out.
I definitely understand, and that's of course why a lot of the members of those factions couldn't make it out there yesterday. And I believe y'all were at the headquarters of Leslie Harrison, right?
Absolutely, we was at the Alderman office of the Fifth Ward, Leslie Harrison. I chose that location because I wanted to put more public pressure on, elected officials everywhere, not just my elected official, my alderman, but just everywhere, all the state reps, state senators, U.S. congressmen, senators, to put pressure on them and let them know, like, hey, a lot of black people want peace in these urban communities. We want to put the guns down. We want better things for our lives, but we need these elected officials to follow the resources there and maintain these two streets. At the end of the day, economics is a big part of it. It plays a big part of it, and we don't have a lot of a booming economy in the black community. We don't have that. We don't have the luxury of having booming, small businesses. You know what I mean? And I think that goes to show how that can affect education. Because you have a booming economy in your community, the school feed off those taxes. You know what I mean? That supply the schools with better funding. You understand? So if you have, poor schools, you want to get a poor education. You have poor education, that kind of thing. You have a poor job. Poor job, you have a poor community. Poor community creates play. You make poor decisions. You know what I mean? So
right.
So therefore, it all plays as well.
Definitely, and it's a long line of poverty, man, when you go that route. So I could definitely understand that, man. Definitely understand that. Now, you going forward, man. I mean, you do a lot of good work in the community. You going forward, man. What do you think? I know you said resources and everything, but what do you think? With Rom's budget plan and everything going forward, how do you think our community is going to be affected? And do you see a light at the end of the tunnel at all?
I do. I try to always be a very optimistic spirit. You know what I mean? I like to always look at my glass halfway full. I always do. So with Rom's budget and what I'm still disappointed in it, because at the end of the day, I think him and the rest of city council are trying to police their way out of violence. You know what I mean? And there's so many. Understand that you need money, and we have to balance it out, and you got to make tough decisions. But I'm a strong believer that public safety it should be your first and top priority. The safety of the public and private citizens it should be your first priority. And but giving the police majority of the budget or half of the budget, I should say, 50% of the budget. I mean, that's understandable, but when you give social services 2%, that's not understandable. So in my mind, you're not trying to find out what the root cause is and what's the root issue or what's affecting these people that, go and get guns and do these things. Violence is a learned behavior. Nobody grows up and say, I want to be a killer, I want to be a gangbanger, I want to be a rapist, a murderer, a drug dealer. All that is learned behavior, learned from inside your community. So therefore, something has to be going on inside these communities where people are learning this behavior from. And I think that's something that WAM and other elected officials and people that got control of the resources of money, they either don't get it or they don't care, or it's a combination of both. So I thought clearly a little bit of the budget. I know it's important, but until we start focusing more on social services, the need for cops would decrease dramatically. I'm a firm believer that once we stop focusing on trying to police people's behavior, start focusing on trying to actually service them. You closing down mental health clinics. That's a big problem, man. The Cook County Jail was just recently not overpopulated. It was over 10,000 inmates in the Cook County Jail. Most of them was in mental issues, things they just unstable mentally and do things that break the law because they're mentally unstable, man. And then we need social services. So that budget should be about that, not to attract more tourists to come here. Millennium Park is straight. Downtown and South Loop is straight. Gold Coast is straight. You understand? Like, up north is straight. The focus on the root issues with that budget. Bring them resources to where they need it. But I don't think Ron gets it. But like I said, don't get it or don't care, or it's a combination of both.
Definitely. Now, going forward, man, because you do a lot of work. This is not just a one-time thing. This is a career for you. This is something you're passionate about. What's the next event? What's the next step?
The next step overall is I really, I'm just really trying to spiritually educate our people, wake them up. You know what I mean? I think a lot of our people have lost hope in the system. They don't want to go vote. They don't believe in the voting process. They just don't believe in nothing anymore. And, that's a dangerous thing when you don't have, just to have that type of disappointment in you. And, some people have been disappointed so much they don't have hope. So I just want to encourage our people and just try to, encourage them and enlighten them moving forward to wake up or, inspire them to do good and be better. You know what I mean? Because it's a dangerous thing when you don't have hope. And that's what we see is so much disparity inside of our community is because a lot of these young people don't have hope. And moving forward, I really want to just inspire them to show them that you have to be hopeful. You have to still dream. You have to still believe. But when all they see is negativity or imagery, in reality and on TV and in the media, that really combats what you're trying to do. So yeah. So, but moving forward, though, we want to push hope and encouragement and positivity throughout all the neighborhoods in Chicago.
All right. And what's the next event?
Our next event we got is today. Just a wild, like this city is wild. Period. I hate to be so blatant and colloquial, but that's just a matter of things. The city is wild. Monday, a childhood friend of mine, Patricia True, and her mother, Lolita Wells, was shot and killed on 53rd and Aberdeen, among 3 other people that were shot. Thank God they survived. But Patricia and Lolita, was fatally shot. And today we want to have a vigil for them been pushing it a little bit. But we want to make a present. We want to make a present, a plea for the public to, give us any type of information, get the area to detectives, any information that they got that may lead to an arrest and conviction of the perpetrators that took their lives. And we just want to, be there for their family, keep them in our thoughts and our prayers, and, lift them up. You know what I mean? It's a tragic event, and we deal with violence every day in the city that we live in, but of course, it's always a different effect when they hit home like that. It has a different effect on you when it's somebody that you know, somebody that you grew with. You know what I'm saying? It's hurtful. It's very hurtful. Words can't. Sometimes words ain't enough. You know what I mean? But we just want to be there for our family tonight and lift them up, pray, and definitely put it out there to the rest of Chicago and anybody who has information. Please just come out, call anonymously, leave a tip the area to detectives, something, do something, people have a tendency to, not get involved until it affects them. They don't become a gun violence advocate until they've been a victim of gun violence. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to have to wait that long. I try to do what I could do. I should be a prime example that this could be anybody because I know I try to do what I could do to combat gun violence, to combat things like that, and it still affected me, and it still found its way to me. So imagine if you're not doing nothing about it. It takes all of us to chip in and do a little bit, you know what I mean? So hopefully, people can come out tonight. That's 53rd and Aberdeen, 6 o'clock p.m. this evening. And we just want some justice, man. Some justice for Patricia, some justice for Lolita, and just set a standard in Chicago that enough is enough. And turning people in, man. That no snitching, all that gotta stop. There's too many serial killers running around Chicago. Chicago has a very, very high homicide rate and a very, very low conviction rate, when it comes to homicide. And that's the problem. That's the problem. I mean, these people are either getting away with murder, they are getting away with murder, and they 9 times out of 10 committing the same act over again. There's a lot of serial killers running around the city, and I don't think people are really aware of that. And those brothers need 2 things. They need jail time, and they need help mentally. You know what I'm saying? To run around and just go kill an innocent woman and her daughter like that, in cold blood, in broad daylight. You need help. You need to be off our streets and you need to get help right before your time. And that's just the fact of the matter.
All right, man. Well, I definitely understand, man. City, I think I read an article, man, and I've been checking it out. I believe they say 2,300 shootings so far this year. That's about 400 more at this point last year. Man, they say it's about eight shootings a day. And the increase is about 21% as far as violence overall, man. So everything you're saying, man, I definitely agree with it, and I'm glad that we do have activists like yourself who are out there actually trying to put their feet in the soil and actually trying to make a change. So I do applaud you, and I thank you for your great work. And hopefully, man, I don't just want this to to be the first interview, but I mean. I want to be, get the commentary from the people who are actually in it sometimes. So, man, thank you, man, and I'm going ahead and hopefully the people out there, man, if y'all are in the area today, that's October 2nd, man, go ahead and check out that event. That's on 53rd Aberdeen. At what time, Will?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, man. All right, thanks a lot, Will.
I appreciate you, bud. Thank you.
No problem. Yo, all right, I'm back. It's Quran Free. As you can see with the interview, Will Calloway, community activist, is very passionate about the work that he does, and that's a very good thing because somebody's got to stop the violence, or at least try and galvanize the people, organize stuff like that. A great deal. Hopefully we get to talk to Will in the future and keep in touch with what's going on and let you guys know. If you are in the area, don't forget to check that out. And for other rallies and everything, don't forget to just tune in and I'll keep you updated. All right, but until next time, man, this is Quran Free signing off. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe to the Chidependent Party. Later.